Live from the Snowpocalypse, it's Ellie and MLH. What's up, Ellie?
Nothing. I don't know about your snow, but it's nice and sunny here.
Oh, stop it.
A little warm, I would say.
Stop. Just pretend you're in Colorado for one day, and it's Snowpocalypse time. And
No, I'm not a snow fan, dude.
Neither am I, but I'm in it.
I not only don't like the snow, but I don't like driving in it. I mean, it's pretty to look at while it's snowing. And then after that, and you get all the nasty tire marks and exhaust and everything, and it turns black, and the rock salt and the shoveling is just annoying.
Yeah, I think it's annoying even to look at it. What's up, Cynthia? Nice to have you here. Big Chief is in the house. We'll wait for a few people to get on in here. Chichikana. I found out Chichikana's secret yesterday. Ellie and Bernie's in studio. Hi, Bernie.
Hi.
You want to know Chichikana's secret?
Yeah, what's
her name is Naughty.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Don't call her out like that.
No, I called her out yesterday. She's good with it. She's all good. Jeff
I
Ross,
have to hear that from her because, I got that girl's back.
I have her back too, and her front. Kelly Mills is in the house. What's up? Nice to have you all in here. We'll wait for a couple more minutes, and then we will get started. It's a surprise comment show today. Panty Wetter's in there. Wolf Dan. What else we got? I'll wait for Queen Ellie to decide that she's awoken enough to indulge in our audio activities today.
Well, it is a little early, even though I'm on the East Coast. I'm up with the West Coast lately, so
yeah, I
feel like I've been flying, and you're not used to the time zone change, and yet I haven't left my house.
A little bit of jet lag there,
It is.
We're gonna have a great show for you today, a surprise comment show. Heather in the library, welcome to you. Nice to have you in here. Kelly Mills, I don't know if I welcomed you. I think I did. Julie R, welcome. Panty Wetter.
Kelly's from Cuba. What's the weather and time like in Cuba, Kelly?
It's probably beautiful and humid, probably. Wolf's Den is in here. Good morning to you. It's Snowpocalypse here in Denver, Colorado. Gregory's in chat. What's up, Gregory? Nice to have you as well.
She says the wind is blowing harder than Osa in a Sea Org shower over here.
I love it.
That's funny.
I love it.
She's hysterical.
Yeah. There's a lot of great members of the community.
There really are. I love the supporters.
Yeah, big time. I'm just getting things set up here. I'm kind of I'm with you, Ellie. It's only 9:41 here. I don't feel like I'm all the way up fully either. MC, hey, from Manitoba, we got Canada in the house. What
all right,
is
so 11:41 and the temperature's 25. I'm assuming that's Celsius.
Probably Celsius. Yeah. Caucasian Sasquatch, what's up, man? Surprise.
Polly, hello.
Polly?
Yes, I'll see. That's what I thought.
Ellie Miscavige. I don't know about that. Yeah, it is Celsius. See, I knew it. I don't know. That's foreign to me, Kelly. What is that in Fahrenheit? The United States is backwards on all of its measurements. Like we're like one of the few countries that doesn't use the metric system, and we use Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. It's like the stupidest thing in the world. I think we're like the joke of the world, honestly, Ellie. Like
Caucasian, good morning. Oh, I'm sure we are.
One of the dumber countries in the world. MD.
I mean, look at our police force and our government for the love of God.
For fuck's sake. MD Media, welcome. Nice to have you in here. We have not started yet. I'm waiting for Ellie to give me the word that we can get started, and then we'll get started.
MD Media, good to see you.
Yes, indeed. Chichikana says Myanmar is supposed to use what? Imperial, at least according to Google. But They don't, my friend said. I have no idea what you're talking about there, Chi. Expat Canadian, so not sure the change to Fahrenheit. Yeah, I don't know either, Kelly. I mean, maybe somebody can check and tell us. I don't know. I want to welcome everybody. Mick T, what's up, man? Security arrived, so be on your best behavior. Brit slap you. It's like a bitch slap.
McTee's in the house. Good morning, hon.
I know he's gonna Brit slap everybody. It's like a bitch slap, he says, but more sting. Oof.
He's been known to take, some lethal force too. So
Don't fuck with Mick T.
I'd be scared if I were people about McT. I'm just saying.
I mean, Mick T looks all innocent and stuff, but
right. Until you put the mirror up and realize there's no reflection, and you're like, "Crap, this guy's got some powers."
I know.
I'm just saying.
Right.
We love you, McT.
No, I won't say a bad word about Mick T at all.
I think McT probably gives the best huggins.
Yeah, he probably does.
Well,
Special huggins.
I'm voting that McT does everything the best, because when the mirror didn't show a reflection, I was like, okay.
Yeah, we use
whatever McT says goes.
Yeah, that's right. Chichikana says we use imperial. Everyone else uses metric. Yeah, corroded.
Good morning.
Nice to have you in chat. Welcome to the Snowpocalypse, sir.
Amy, good morning. It's nice to see so many wonderful people in chat.
I know, all the regulars.
I'm hoping that my new fans are in chat, and maybe they just don't want to chat.
I keep waiting for it, Ellie.
I'm hoping they're welcome to come. They won't get blocked or anything like that. No. But I want my new fans who were able to write some novels. No autographs, please. No autographs today.
No autographs. What she's referring to is some stuff. Hold on, I gotta get this shit out of here. We got quite an array of comments. The vast majority very, very positive. So I don't want to make this the worst.
Good morning, Hildegard. How are you?
Oh, Hildegard.
Yeah, I'm ready. We can go whenever you're ready.
Well, we need some intro music, I think, Kelly. I don't know. What do you think?
Go ahead. Go for the intro.
I got to, but I got to get it up. So
let everybody get dancing.
I know. Oh, well, we got to wake everybody up, so. All right. I think I'm ready. Here we go. All right, welcome everybody to a Snowpocalypse Scientology edition of the Comment Show. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this show. We may piss some people off, though, Ellie. I feel on the panel, of course, is the greatest keyboard warrior that ever was. It's Ellie. What's up, Ellie?
Yeah, I am apparently the greatest keyboard warrior, and don't anybody try to steal that title from me, because I just love to go around causing, chaos. Apparently,
mayhem and chaos.
Yeah. That's what I'm known for, right?
Mayhem and chaos.
To these people who have their wonderful sock accounts around for a year.
Amy M says Superbond. No. You have it all wrong, Amy, and we'll get to it. I promise. She's a keyboard warrior, and she tries to control everybody's chats. But we will get there. I promise. Yes, Ellie, go ahead.
Oh, look, Polly wants to play. Well, I'm so happy. So go ahead. Let's go through the comments, and you do your thing, because this is your show. And right. Then when the comments come about me, I would like to address them in more detail.
Absolutely.
Since some people want to jump to some conclusions, we're going to go ahead and talk about them. Hey, ask me questions all you want.
Ellie, can you handle chat while I go through these? Because
sure.
The way it's set up, I can't see chat. So just handle chat while I go over Quiztology's comment. Okay, here we go. I did a post about DOA getting swatted. I wanted as many eyes in that chat as possible. And we will talk more about that later. But Quiztology says, "Oh no, not again! Thanks for the heads up." Thank you for the comment, Quiztology. Quiztology, I've seen in a lot of the Scientology chats. Joshua, I love that name. It's like Joshua, but a play on, play on it. Thank you for covering this. Thank you. That was the panel that we did, Ellie. Let's continue on here. Missed it, but catching up now. Jonathan Mazzilli, thank you very much. Appreciate you, my friend. Jonathan Mazzilli has been there almost from the beginning too, Ellie. He's one of the OGs of the channel. Julie R, on the same DOA gets swatted again, says from the very beginning of the protest in LA, Nerd Report would hold on, lost my place. Nerd Report would report it on his channel questioning what they were doing. Then suddenly Nerd Report starts showing up at the protest at La Poubelle, acting like he has always been one of the protesters. In my mind, he is there to crank up his numbers. In other words, for the money. I am done with him, Julie R says. What do you think about that comment, Ellie?
I think everybody's welcome to their opinion. So I don't have a comment on that.
I do. I don't recommend anybody unsubscribe.
I did say that in the live. Thanks for my new fans pointing that out. I do not ever sponsor anybody stating that people should go and unsub to anybody. First of all, it's against TOS violations. And second of all, it's just rude. Who are you going to control by doing that? Everybody should go wherever they're free to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All right, we're going to get to this next comment here from Becky for JB. Says MLH and Ellie, I heard everything you both said, and honestly, all the Los Angeles protesters understand Nerd Report's place on this protesting Scientology issue. He doesn't walk with a sign, yell anything, or protest. He records the situation that goes on. That's the role he plays, and everyone in LA has always known that. He is very helpful. Very helpful, and really they all like him around when he is. Besides, DOA had 16 guns pointed at him and a helicopter overhead. Last thing DOA needed was someone interrupting and a trigger-happy cop accidentally hurting Scotty. DOA has his lane, Nerd has his lane, Streets has his, Laura has hers, Serge has his, etc. This isn't a club or a group. It's individuals, and it's okay to support who we like. Just try to be so angry with Nerd that he gets pushed out when we need everyone just because you both thought he should have done what you would have. Thanks for reading, Becky, F Scientology. And do you want to address that, or do you want me to get the reply to that?
Go ahead, you can.
Okay. Thanks for the comment. I will finish. I will follow up on that, and so will Ellie. Princess Honey Badger says, you're right. Immediately after DOA was handcuffed, I went and watched it on Laura, Will, and Nerd Report's streams. Laura and Will's were great perspectives, and Nerd Reports gave a fuller view of the situation. Thank you for the comment. And now we can address this, because this is the first one. Ellie, go ahead.
Well, I don't know what's a perspective, yes. But what is the perspective?
Good question.
Was it just to show what's happening? Because I didn't see as much. There wasn't any zoom in or anything else that I would think a reporter would do. And again, these are my opinions for all my new fans. Thank you for the attention. But listen, everybody's welcome to. So if you're going to agree with anybody, just because they're your friend or you like them, then you're not really their friend, are you? If you can't take constructive criticism and somebody doing critical thinking and thinking for themselves, then perhaps you should look in the mirror, because I am not perfect. And I will address that on the other comment that I'm so waiting for.
Yeah.
But everybody should be able to learn and take constructive criticism. I do it in chat all the time. People give me ideas, suggestions, disagree with something, and we have a conversation about it.
Right.
So I'm all for that. I'm not for the butt kissing and telling everybody their pretty flowery things that they want to hear. I'm a direct person. Some people take that, wrong. I can't help who I am. It's not always meant to be that way, but I am passionate about this cause, extremely passionate about it. And I try to support everybody. Doesn't mean I'm going to like everybody, but I do try to support everybody and do what I can, behind my keyboard warrior powers that I have.
Yes.
So people will see me in chat. But you know what? You finish with this because I really got to address that other one. So.
Okay. Hans, welcome to chat. Chichikana, I think I welcomed you. Let's see who else we got in here. Awesome to see Ellie on stream, Corroded Pixel says. I'm sure she appreciates that, right, Ellie? Nerd Report is a bandwagonist, but he brings attention to the cause, Amy M says. I get that. We'll get into the weeds of it here in a second, Amy. I unsub from Nerd Report when he declared that anyone who thinks detention is different from arrest is a Karen. I know the overlap and the difference. He's ignorant on that, Michael Andrea says. I don't recommend anybody unsubbing from anybody, but your comment is well taken. It is a matter of ignorance in that case, and there should be no chastising of somebody for actually knowing the truth. Unindoctrinated, welcome. Nice to have you. King Bluto, one of the OGs, welcome on in. Nice to have you here. Jen Wow. Heart Jen Wow. Portland.
What's truth? Good morning, hun.
What's Truth in the house? DJ K Dot is in the house. I love DJ K Dot, the greatest in Denver, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm not here for the snow. I agree. What's Truth? It's crazy. All right, let's continue on. Let me get the deal here. All right.
Can you unpin that comment too? Because I want everybody to see the comments.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I want to make sure they get to see them.
Yes. Okay. So thank you guys for your comments. It's not okay. It's not like I'm not listening to your comments, but I hear you, and I slightly disagree with you, and it's okay to disagree. All right. Keeper of the list. Hi, Bernie. Of course. It's hi, Bernie. Jeez. All right. What else we got here? Kevin L says Scientology is scared because the protest movement is growing and will continue to grow. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Kevin L.
Good morning, Sally.
What else we got here? Keeper says, I miss Bernie waking up. How dare you, Keeper? Let's continue on. Eric, or I'm sorry, man, I can't even pronounce this. Aristic Free Thinker says, "Come on, guys, this is on the RTD Smurf video that I did. Come on, guys, Leo don't have to obey the law like you and I do. They're special and above the law because they wear a costume. Please pursue this fully. I'm sure she could use a fully paid vacation." There's still more to come on that. Is what I'm going to say. All right, back to the DOA swatting thing. Thank you for your advice on how to help, Jody Q says. I emailed the appropriate list of LA leaders, including the chief and news media today. I hope in some small way that it can help. Most certainly it will help, Jody.
Awesome, Jody. Thank you.
Yes,
that's amazing.
It is amazing. You want to speak on that, Ellie?
No, I just think that's awesome that there are things that people can do to help with that. And I think that that's great.
All right. 2 days ago, and I think this is the comment that you were waiting for, Ellie. This is from Good Always Wins, which, by the way...
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Yes.
I want to address something. So
yes.
Polly has, in chat, love to listen to you all and your knowledge. Ellie Miscavige, you're always spot on. If you think, Polly, that putting Miscavige after my name is going to hurt my fifis, you're going to find out that I don't have any fifis in chat.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. That's actually I would, on the troll scale, I think that's a 1 out of 10. to put Miss
Yeah,
Cabbage.
you got to do a lot more than that. So keep trying. You might get there, but that's not going to
No,
work.
and you're not going to get blocked. Just to let you know. So none of the mogs. I don't want any blockage today.
Now, yeah. And listen, I can't control if somebody times you out for a second. Now, I wish they would not, but
Yeah.
I'm up here, so I can't really control that. But I just want to let the mods know my fifis are not being hurt. Everybody's entitled to, their own opinion. And, like I said, if you think that word's going to trigger me or anything, I'm just saying, try a little bit harder,
Yeah.
because you
I
don't
love
know
the
me. And I have been around on these YouTube streets for a while. I'm not
Right.
new to this. So, but I think we're at my favorite comment.
And yes, we are. And by the way, this is a no drama chat. By the way, everybody can feel free in here, but there will be no drama. The drama is in my camera lens. That's it. And I've always said that from day one. Ellie, you know that to be the truth, and that's the way it's going to stay. Good always wins. I love the name, and I like the icon, the avatar. It's really cool. Let's
No
have
worries, Polly.
let's have Ellie, a keyword warrior, up on panel to bash Nerd Report when we should be discussing LAPD. Couldn't even get through her hate and rage at Nerd. Stop trying to take over everyone's chat, Ellie. Unsubbing. And then I'm not. Yeah.
I am such a chat whore, everyone.
Well, that's
I
true.
just want to call that out for the truth. So
Yes.
see, both things can be true at the same time. So let's address good always wins. I don't know if you're, a dude or a lady, so no disrespect there. I mean, I would think just by no, I'm not even going to assume by the title because, it could be wrong and I don't know what your preference is. But yeah, I am a chat whore. Spread the word. Spread it far and wide. So I want to address so many things in this. So most people know me as seeing me in chat. I mod for quite a few channels in several communities. I'm also a managing mod in quite a few channels and communities as well. So let's address the panel that me and MLH did after the DOA swatting. I think it's very important that content creators, aka the protesters or, whatever type of content you want to create on YouTube, understand truly the position of mods, or at least what I bring to the table as a mod, and as well as a chatter when I'm not modding in that channel. When I saw what happened to DOA last week, it truly, for one of the first times in YouTube, broke me beyond belief. It caused nightmares. I'm not going to get upset. Let me get myself together for a second.
Get your
It caused nightmares. It caused shaking. That when I watch streams and I hear a helicopter, could have nothing to do with being swatted on a totally different channel. To hear sirens, I start that shaking. As a person that has a wrench in many of the channels, I go above and beyond to help whoever's channel it is. I want it to be clear that that does not mean that I don't help people who I don't mod for, because I do. I have many times said, leave no protester behind. And I will do everything and anything I can to help if I'm able to. But I was helpless. And to watch a man lay down on the ground for 6 to 7 minutes, knowing what was about to happen, put me someplace that I have never been. And I don't think that people realize, as a supporter, and I'm going to speak for many, not all, but many people in chat, that all we have is screaming at our devices and being upset and being emotional and wishing we could be there to help. So when I saw that there was somebody in the position to be able to have a voice for us and did not, it infuriated me. So I do not mod on fifis. I don't have fifis when it comes to that chat or these comments. But I want you to be perfectly clear when you try to describe me as a keyboard warrior that you better get your facts straight, because every content creator that I mod for will tell you that I go above and beyond for their channel. I go above and beyond to make sure that they're protected, that they're not alone. If I can reach out to somebody that's not even in the protesting community to assist them, like I did with MLH to show up for Jay, and many other things that I do behind the scenes to help these people. You might want to be a little careful before making outright statements on what you think, because I don't hate anybody. So you can put your little comments in there, and I hope your fifis feel better that you did that. Sorry, I apologize to MLH for losing a sub, but I don't think you really did, because, you know, usually people like that want to keep an eye on everything. And I challenge you to tell me what you have done in this community, because I don't let anybody sit back. Now, could I have said things a little bit differently? Of course, that's a learning thing. But I was in an emotional state when I saw that. Do I change what I said? No. My opinion will stand as is. How I communicated it could use some work. I won't deny that. But for me, it was extremely difficult to watch. It was extremely emotional when somebody was there on the scene before it happened to not do what you should as a human being, not as a reporter, as a human being, because you saw what happened. Now, Nerd Report is welcome to come up and we can discuss this as humans. I'm not going to disagree with everything that he does. I don't disagree with everything that anybody does as a human. I also don't agree with everything anybody says. MLH will be one to tell you that. Yeah. Of the people that I mod for will tell you that I'm very honest, that I'm very fair, that I'm very direct. At the end of the day, it's your channel. Here's my experience from being around as long as I have. My intentions are always good. I don't want to see anybody getting arrested. I don't want to see anybody going to jail. I don't want to see anybody mistreated. And I think that I know just from seeing chats that I was not the only one that was screaming and yelling at their phone. I was not the only one that felt helpless. And I think that it would be wise for people to remember that as supporters, when we come to your channel and we support your channel, okay, and I'm not a mod in DOAs, but I loved what he does. And what happened was wrong. And to me, I just think it would become second nature for you to say, yo, what the F are you doing? And you don't even have to say F. You don't, because, you know, I'm not big on that. You know, I was that day. But as a whole, people who know me know that I'm not big on that. But you knew that it was wrong. The one thing you had when you want to play that reporter role is the ability to zoom in, the ability to say something, the ability to speak and say, listen, this is absolutely wrong, not repeat a narrative. Now, I'm not saying that I think that what he was saying as far as, they're saying that he has a weapon, they're saying that he has a weapon. But sometimes we can all learn that when you keep saying that, it's all this Linsky effect, that you keep repeating a narrative over and over and over again, and people are going to hear that and believe that to be true. So if he has a problem with being critiqued, I welcomed him to come in when we did this panel. I welcome him to do it again, and we can talk. But as a human being, to watch what happened and to be so many thousands of miles away and know that he could lose his life at any point, okay, broke me literally. And it's not the first time that this has happened to him. And it's become difficult to watch people to become numb to it, to not want to take a stance, to not want to get angry, to not want everybody to stand up to make that difference. And it was difficult for me not to be there. But when somebody else was there, I didn't say he should run up and grab the camera like Laura did, or get in their face like Goo did, which, again, both heroes, in my opinion. Didn't say that. But I was extremely angry as a human being to not speak up for something that you knew was wrong, to just videotape it and not have an emotional reaction was like, WTF.
Yeah.
For real, people. Which is why I encouraged people to send out those emails and send out those letters, and you copy everybody and their grandmother. And then you repeat it again 7 days later, and repeat it again 7 days later, until you get your answers. What is happening is not only wrong morally, ethically, but legally, to keep arresting these protesters for practicing their First Amendment. So when does your right to record over trump what happened to DOA, and not stand up for the freedom of speech as well? Because you can print it and not say it. I never said he was a bad guy. I said it's not usually his genre. Okay. He usually does court trials, but which is, again, his opinion on what somebody else is doing. So he's quite capable of giving his opinion when he watches those trials. So why not shout it from the rooftops when you're there? To me, he's supposed to be not just somebody that you're reporting on, but somebody that you personally know, a friend. How would you have felt if it turned out totally different? And then to watch them literally steal his fingerprints. I worry every day for DOA. Every day that now they illegally obtained his DNA and now his fingerprints. And we all know what Scientology has done before with that, with somebody else. So now we have to worry about that hashtag. Everybody says, free DOA socks. I personally think they're a witness protection, but, I cannot confirm or deny that. But listen, I am in this for the long haul.
Yeah.
Okay. I have supported many channels outside of this. I love the support that's within this community. I love all the content creators and protesters that are out there bringing attention to this, because it needs to be. But just watching it or just recording it is not enough, in my opinion. It's not enough. What is it doing? If you don't address in the droves to these people, and you don't critique people or give people advice to say, this is what needs to happen, you need to speak out louder. You need to, whatever your capital is, you need to address this, and you need to have a paper trail to where it is undeniable that your government cannot ignore this, because somebody is seriously going to get hurt. William Good's nose is just one part. And what a great heart he has, willing to forgive and not press charges. Just shows you who he is as a person. I cannot speak highly enough of these protesters that are out there. But you want to come on here and call me a keyboard warrior without having facts, without knowing me, and want to control that I go into a chat and that I talk to people. You have got to be kidding me. So you're going to take my right away, but sit there and defend a different right. Oh, honey, that's not going to work. That's just going to make me chat even more. Just so you know, and I shout out all these channels wherever I am. So listen, if you disagree, you are welcome to come up here on panel. Okay. But you better need to check your facts that, listen, I am only human like everybody else. And I'm going to say that 90%, if not better, were appalled at what happened and felt helpless and felt emotional and felt, PTSD and depression and anxiety come in because they couldn't do anything but yell and scream. And that got nowhere because nobody except people in your house and your neighbors got to hear you. And you need to let that out. And I needed to get that out last week. Not one of my finest moments on how I spoke, but again, I'm not taking back what I said. Just that I could have done a better job in saying what I said. But, listen, to me and to a good majority of people, if they were there, all you had was your voice. All you had was that. Use it. Use it to wake up that neighborhood and get people that are in their homes not knowing what's going on to come out to witness what LAPD is doing, because it's a crime to arrest people when you knowingly know they did not commit a crime. Like with Danny, you knew he didn't commit a crime. They're not going to continue to be protected under the color of law because they're LAPD if enough people stand up to fight for it. And when you have a channel that has over 60,000 people watching, you would be amazed if each person just told one person, and those people told one person, what that can do. 51,000 people watched that video. Everybody should hear about what's going on. So, no, I'm not going to stop supporting the protesters. No, I'm not going to stop going into chat. No, I'm not going to stop trying to be helpful. But if that was supposed to do it, again, you're going to have to do better than that. And again, no autographs. So sorry. But, okay.
I'm just waiting for you to drop the mic, Ellie, and I'll pick it up.
I'm done. I'm done for now.
Okay. Let me address a couple of things here, okay? From my perspective, I am a content creator. I am not usually a watcher. I don't have time. I'm in chat sometimes, but I am truly dedicated to this channel, right? What that means, it's a plethora of things, but from my perspective, when it was brought to my attention that DOA was getting swatted, I immediately went in there. I had much of the same reactions that Ellie had, but here was my perspective. I was in Nerd Reports, and I kept in capital letters, cross the street, at the very least, cross the street. Right, I was screaming as much as I could into the phone, cross the street. Make sure you keep. And there were several times, Ellie, and you can go back to the video, where the camera was not on DOA, and those moments are precious, because those are the moments that the LAPD could have slipped a bunch of drugs in his pockets, or beat him up, or hit him in his side and gave him like one of those.
And speaking of that, I'm not going to say these particular officers have ever done that, allegedly, because I don't know, they could have. But if you think that police have not planted evidence on people, I'm sorry to awaken you, but they absolutely have. I truly believe, again, and this is in my opinion, not the opinion of the channel owner or necessarily anybody in chat, but the biggest criminals out there are the people who wear those badges and guns because they're protected. And that has to stop.
Yeah. And now let me address something else here. Good always wins. I hope you didn't unsubscribe, and I hope you hear this, and I hope you hear this very clearly. I have been very critical of the Los Angeles Police Department on this channel. I have been critical of the Denver Police Department on this channel. I've been critical of the Aurora Police Department, the not Tempe, but what is that? Mesa, Arizona Police Department. I have been critical of every injustice that every police force has done in this country since the inception of police.
And have I not as well?
Yes.
I supported a lot of the 1A community in watching the injustice happen repeatedly. And, I told my story many of times, so I'm not one that just chats and chat. I have been on many of panels, okay, and watch what continues to happen where people lose their lives because the police want to claim that, well, that lighter or that magic marker was enough to take somebody's life, because officer safety, they might mark you up, they might light your cigarette for you. You got to be kidding. A man in the wheelchair that gets shot 9 times for allegedly shoplifting. He's going a whole 2 miles an hour, and you lit him up like a Christmas tree for officer safety. Get the F out of here.
A man in Denver that was shot because he had a marker in his hand. A man in Aurora, Colorado, who was shot full of ketamine, because he was
Elijah McClain. He has a name. Elijah McClain, who died because the police wanted to control the scene and tell the paramedics to shoot him up with a narcotic that was more than enough for his body weight, and then go afterwards, not even remorseful, but to go afterwards and make little videos and take pictures of reenacting the crime, you pieces of shit.
Okay, let me address this. Good always wins, because now you got my attention, right? When we should be discussing LAPD on my channel, and Ellie can attest to this, I have several times called out the corruption of the LAPD. Several fucking times. And the sheriff's department, if we want to go further, the sheriff's department is an actual gang. All right? So there will always be criticism where criticism is due on this channel.
Absolutely.
Right? Just to let you know, including people within the community themselves. Ask Ellie. I've called out auditors, 1A auditors left and right, here in Denver specifically. Right? So there is no chance that I am not going to call out bullshit where I see it, whether it's in this community, the Scientology community, any community that there's BS, I'm going to call it out. And that includes police, government officials. It's all on my channel. So feel free to go back and watch those videos and pay better attention next time. And the final thing I'm going to say before we move on this, Ellie, Ellie is the finest mod. In my opinion, Ellie is the finest mod in all of moddom. All right. When she said that she goes above and beyond, she's went several steps above and beyond where nobody else fucking does. When people need information, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get that information? It's usually gonna be Ellie. 9 times out of 10, Ellie will have the information before it's even considered by anybody else in chat. Ellie puts in the hard work to make sure everybody is as safe as they possibly can be. If she's a mod in your channel, you better take it as a fucking honor that she's in there. I'm not saying that Ellie is a god, but she's a mod god, okay? And I have no problems saying so. So that's all I got to say. Can we move on, Ellie?
Yes, thank you. And I appreciate that. And, not for nothing. And again, I don't look for kudos. I do a lot of this stuff behind the scenes. But when it came to people being incarcerated longer than they should be, and I'm not going to say the person, people who are regulars in this chat know who it is. I have multiple times helped that person, get out because they were playing games to hold them longer. And made the phone calls and wouldn't stop. Danny's hearing when people couldn't find that out because he wasn't on that. I went and got the information. I'm not a mod for his channel, but what's wrong is wrong. I am a supporter. And when something is wrong, I speak up and I say something because it's all that I have. So I use the knowledge that I have. And a little secret, those of you who know me know this, but I am disabled. I am homebound. So when I leave my home, it's because I'm either going to the hospital because I have some medical problems that can only be addressed in the hospital at times, and I go to my doctors. Other than that, when I found YouTube years ago, when I first became disabled, it helped save my life because I could contribute and felt that I was part of society again because I could help. So I use all of my resources. And sometimes that includes doing some butt kissing to help one of those protesters. And let me tell you, when I have to butt kiss, it sucks. But I needed to do that to get the information for Danny. okay, or when I need to help get somebody get out of jail and to get the information and to educate them. So sometimes you got to stroke their stupid egos, but I have a mission to do that. And my mission is always to help the little person, always to help make justice. And I will call out those cops every single chance I can. People have seen me do that. I went into a Nerd Reports chat and asked him to, go get the camera. All before the police even got there. I had a better view from his camera than I did from Nerd's. And again, maybe that's a learning lesson. I don't hate the guy. I don't hate anybody. I hate when things are wrong. I hate when people aren't treated with respect. I hate when people abuse the homeless and think that, the comments that I constantly hear on streams are, oh, somebody's got to do something about that. Look at that. They're taking up all the sidewalks. Really? Where do you want them to go? It's not a crime to be poor, people.
Right. Welcome, Sandra Guerrero. Nice to have you in here. Bull Banks, welcome. Very complimentary of you, Ellie. TCD, welcome, sweetie. Nice to have you in chat. We are discussing a comment that was made on one of the videos, the last panel I did with Ellie, and I think she did a very eloquent job of explaining everything she needed to explain, and I said what I needed to say. Are we good here, Ellie?
I'm fine unless somebody in chat has a question about it. If you could just type question in caps before, you're welcome to ask a question on it because I know there is a little delay with this.
Yes.
Plus, you need to type. I'm happy to answer the people who don't know me. I'm not going to give you personal information, obviously, so that would be silly. Save your typing.
Right.
But as far as, how I came about any of this or anything else, I think I just explained that.
After that speech, Ellie, I think there's going to be quite a few people saying, "Are you single?" in chat. I don't know.
I don't ask personal questions about family.
I know. I'm just giving you shit.
Cheech wants an autograph. When I come to see you, my love, I will. But like I said, I try to spread the word. I try to be fair to each channel. When I'm modding multiple channels at once, you will see that I don't cross it because I want to give respect to that channel owner. But I try to be everywhere to help. And the minute something's happening, I try to be there for that person. If you can do it better, I would like to suggest that you go ahead and do that, because I'm not saying that I have all the answers and that people don't have better ideas or they can't do something, but I would like to challenge Good Always Wins to step up to the plate and help these people instead of doing your little keyboard warrior thing to say, stop going into chats or controlling chats, because I don't control anybody's chat ever, not even the ones that I mod for. I follow the channel owner's rules. I don't make opinions based on what somebody says to me at all. Right. But I will follow the channel owner's rules.
Yes. Let's continue on here. Let's hopefully have some more positive thoughts here. Warren Monkdahl says, I will have to check these guys out. This is like the third video I seen you there. Are they some type of cult? Warren Monkdahl says, to which I say, yes, they are, Warren. And there's many reasons for that. It's not just what somebody says. If you research Scientology, there's a lot of shit that you will find that is very unsavory. Too much to go over right here. But let's continue on. Thank you for the comment, Warren. I always appreciate Warren. You know where Warren came from, Ellie? The quote unquote frauditor community. So
yes,
I gained a lot of people from there and a lot of respect, because I have no problem calling out people within any community that are doing the wrong thing. So, if you're doing wrong, I'm gonna call you out on it. It's just simple. You may not be a bad person, like you mentioned, Nerd Report. He's not a bad dude. I like Nerd Report quite a bit, but I was imploring him to cross the street, grab the camera, and there were others, like I think Amy M was in there, and MD Media.
Oh, and anybody who doesn't know Amy M, Let me tell you, that chick is everywhere, and she is freaking amazing. And she steps up to the plate constantly. I don't have Twitter, but she's tweeting out. She's giving great suggestions. That woman is kick ass. I just want people to know, if you don't know her, please always welcome her when you see her, because that girl truly rocks.
Yeah, she says she came from the true crime community. I gained a lot of people from that community when I covered the Elijah McClain trial. So you see, I'm kind of a bridger, a gap bridger, and that's I like feeling that way. I like melding different people for very worthy causes. So there you go. Let's see what else we got here. Busy, welcome. Nice to have you in here. I was a victim of this cult. Amy says.
Yeah, she is truly passionate. I got to tell you, I see her supporting multiple channels at once, giving great advice, sharing her viewpoint, and I've learned a lot from her. I got to be honest, but I learned a lot from a lot of the chatters. Like I said, it is a community. But when something is wrong, you got to step up and say that.
You learned everything you knew from me, Ellie. Come on, let's just be honest here.
Excuse me? Oh, okay. You're laughing. Okay. I just wanted to see if you realize that was kind of funny. But no. I mean, truly, like people who probably never thought that they would get involved in some type of an online,
movement.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah. Movement to stand up for this injustice. And, because they're in different areas or whatever, can't, you're all part of it. And I tell everybody, I thank the creators, and the protesters that are out there and recording. But if you notice, I also tell people in chat, if it was not for you, none of this would have any meaning, because your eyes that are on there. Well, and it takes all of us to stand up and then to do something with it.
How many times have you seen me in front of like 4, 5, 8 cops, Ellie? And I'm thanking everybody in chat for being witnesses to what's going on. You know what I mean? Like just the fact that you guys are watching is a huge,
right.
Huge
and to make that phone call and say you just witnessed a crime by their fellow, Blue Line Gang in arms, because they will stick up for themselves. It doesn't matter if they shot their own wife. If they don't have to report it, they won't. They won't. So it takes people like us to make those calls, because the content creator can't. They're showing the information, so they're relying on us to help them.
Can I'm going to step in here, and Ellie, you know this story. There was another. I want to say, entertainer in this area, because he's not a true auditor. But there was someone who. There were threats made, like I don't want to say the word. I'll say grape, and you guys know what I mean. Grape threats to this gentleman. I use that term loosely because he's worthless. But and I know you know who I'm talking about, Ellie. But I just want to make a point.
Yes,
it was Ellie who recognized this immediately and said that's a crime, and that should be reported. And here I am taking this idiot to the police station.
And I did report it, if you recall.
Yes, you did.
The problem was the victim did not. So I got nowhere with that. And listen, everybody has their own reasons. I don't judge for that, but I will absolutely make phone calls. 1,000%. And I've done it many times. But the channel owner didn't want to. And, like I said, that was their deal. I respect that. But I instantly was like, oh, no, this isn't happening. You are not going to threaten to grape somebody and get away with that. That's not okay.
Yeah.
Threatening it is just as bad as doing it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not cool at all. And that, like you said, went nowhere. But look, Ellie took the effort. I took the effort. We're willing to go the extra mile if people are wronged. So that just says everything that you need to hear. All right, let's move on to a good friend, Fluffer Squirrel UK. Says,
Fluffer Squirrel is so freaking amazing.
Yeah.
FYI.
There's a lot of
Huge
great people.
supporter, has
Yeah.
all the channel links on their community tab. So if you're not subbed, please do. Like I say, I'm up here on panel. I'm not in chat, so it's a little harder to do because I'm on a mobile device. But these chatters that took it upon themselves to get involved and to do something, you just truly have my heart. Like when I give you the little kisses emojis and everything, I truly mean it. I want you to know, if I don't say it enough, how much I recognize what you guys are doing in chat and coming up with great suggestions for the content creator, wanting them to be safe all the time, watching their six constantly. I mean, truly a remarkable group. I have not, and I'm in several different communities, I have not seen pure, good-hearted people in chat in any other movement like I have with this one.
Yeah.
So
And
that you're doing the right thing, and you guys should appreciate yourselves and what you do, because it's amazing.
there are bad actors. There's bad actors in every community, but we usually get those people jettisoned on out very, very quickly. So, yeah, props to Fluffer Squirrel UK. Great dude. All right. Mimi's Love, talk about another great chatter. Mimi's Love says, once again, getting it done, MLH. I hope to meet you on Wednesday. That didn't come to fruition because of Mimi's Love got sick, but that would have been really nice to meet you and your pals. Mimi's Love. Really appreciate the email you gave me. A very, very eloquent, lovely email. Tim says, we are the greatest non-team ever.
100. Because we're all individuals learning from each other. TCD, I believe she came from the true crime community as well.
Yeah.
But stepped up and got involved just by watching this. I mean, that girl rocked. She went out to decorate all along in Denver, that street, with streamers and balloons, and because she was able to do that, and freaking phenomenal. And she has a channel, so please sub to her because she's freaking amazing. But I just love that people are doing what they can, and it's just remarkable. I'm telling you, it just brings tears to my eyes, because every single one of you are important in what you're doing. Every single one of you. It's just amazing to watch, because usually people will say something in chat, but they won't actually do it.
Yeah.
But in this community, they do it.
Let me address something that pertains to that as far as content creators go. Not everybody can be a content creator, right? Not everybody. Look, I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but in a way I am. It takes a special breed of person to put their life on the line every time that they go out with the camera, right?
100.
K-Dot does it. And K-Dot is one of my inspirations. Like, I've been on YouTube for forever, longer than almost anybody. But this channel's newer, but I took inspiration from people like K-Dot, that were willing to put their lives, like literally put their lives on the line so that we could see the corruption in the police departments. Right. And these protesters are every bit as amazing, because not only they got to deal with the piece of shit Scientology cult, they got to deal with the piece of shit police departments like the LAPD, the Denver PD, the Austin PD, the Chicago PD, all those people. So,
and they're everywhere. They're not limited to those states just because those are the most reactive. I mean, and again, those of you who are not from the US, I'm so sorry that our government made it seem like this was the land of opportunity without full disclosure on what really happens here. So, I'm a person that truly does not believe in borders.
I agree.
I don't think that this world was made for that. You should be able to go where you want. I don't sit there and say the people in Russia or North Korea or South Korea or China or anybody is bad. Their government is a different story. And our government is no different.
Right.
So I try to be very tolerant And I just want to comment on the mod thing, because there are a lot of mods that are in here. There's also people that are in here that are not mods, maybe on this channel, but are on other channels. And this is not to toot my horn. It's not. But if you've never been a mod, I want to tell you that it's extremely stressful in high tense situations, because you're having to know the people in chat. You're having to know when to put links, when not to, when to, study on what's happening so you can help that person that you're modding for, and where to go. It's not an easy job. It's we get no pay for it, nor would I ever want pay for it. I've had people, MLH will tell you, Jay from Denver will tell you, I do not accept gifts. I do not accept money. I do not have PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or any of that stuff. I do what I do because I believe in it. I don't stand behind things that I don't believe in. And I've been disillusioned. Listen, I grew up being a bootlicker, people. I was taught that if you had a problem to go to the police. Holy crap. Now, if you got a problem, please don't. Those welfare checks can be extremely dangerous. Swatting is extremely dangerous. It can cost somebody their life.
Yeah.
So try to be a little tolerant when you see mods in chat, because it's not easy to do. And we work really hard at trying to make everybody welcome.
Absolutely. Gypsy Witch is in chat. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Exactly, Tim. Try walking a mile or two in another person's shoes. It's hard. It's hard to know, and I try to truly, when trolls come in, I love trolls. I'm all about the trolls. Troll lives matter. Yeah. They help the channel grow. I always try to remind them, hey, don't forget the like button. Thanks for the watch hours. We appreciate it. But there are some trolls that they're harmless. If I have to remove your comment or time you out, it's because it could affect the channel owner. I do not block anybody. I leave that decision up to the channel owner and the channel owner only. Not for me. I don't want to take away somebody's free speech, but you have to understand that free speech does not mean you are free from consequences. So when you put something in chat, like a weapons or threats or things like that, or you're harassing somebody sexually, which happened yesterday on somebody's stream, I do have to time you out. It's not my preference. I try to ask you nicely, but if you continue to do it, then I have but no choice.
Yeah, Bridge,
to do that.
Bridge 1872, welcome into chat. She says, I had a problem with my son last year and the police were of no help. I couldn't believe it. See, that's the thing. There's a phrase in the 1A community, Bridge 1872, back the blue until it happens to you. A lot of these people that support the police wholeheartedly with blindfolds don't understand until they call the police themselves and they're of no value, or they cause more problems.
I just want to ask, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is really bothering me. Bridge 1872, is your son okay now? Because I'm sorry that happened to you, but I'm hoping that he's okay. You don't have to share any of the details or anything, but it's stories like that just break my heart. You call them for help, but most people don't realize that the Supreme Court voted that it is not their job to protect you. Okay, so false advertisement. Class action suit, in my opinion, that you put on there to serve and protect, because it is not that. You are to serve whoever your money lord is, like the LAPD and police departments that take a little side job with Scientology so they can make, almost half of what their salary is in undercover money that they don't even report. Pieces of crap. Okay, you should not be allowed to take a side job, especially when you're making six figures. Purely disgusting. No, he is completely disconnected from his entire family. Oh, Bridge, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. If there's anything that I can do, I don't know the situation. I don't put my private email out here, but you can email Mexican Longhair at gmail.com. and he can transfer that if you want to be in contact. If there's something that I can do to help, I'm happy to, but I'm going to keep you in my prayers. I'm a spiritual person, not a religious person, so there's a big difference. But if I can help in any way, or there's phone calls that I need to make to help, I'm happy to do so, because that breaks my heart. I am really, really, really sorry for what you're going through.
Really sucks, Bridge. I wish the best. And like I said, email me. We'll see what we can do if there's anything to be done. King Bluto says, I grew up when you had a problem with anybody find a police officer. I did too, Bluto, and that's the wrong way of thinking nowadays. In this day and age, it's the wrong way of thinking, Bluto, as the cops like to say, this day and age. Bullbank says, we need a teaching channel from Ellie to learn from.
I don't have time, hun, to do a channel. I don't put myself above others. That's not my forte. And many people have said that, and I appreciate that. That's why I come on panels at times, just to help and explain who I am, because I don't. I think that my talents are best behind the scenes, helping the content creators, because I do have the time to do that, and feel that would be best for me.
Bullbank says MLH freaking rules. Thank you very much, Bullbanks. I appreciate that. Matthew said, police are, by the way, welcome, Matthew. Nice to have you in chat. Police are not your friend. Anytime they are around, your life or friend or family member is in danger. Absolutely, 100%. Matthew, let me tell you a quick story. Oh, by the way, rather be in Maui, first live. Yay, new sub. Thank you, Maui. Appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Appreciate the subscription. I always say I want to earn subscriptions, but I also want to keep those subscriptions. So stay tuned. Let me tell you a quick story about when I took my kids to a Chili's one day. And this is a long time ago. The cops were serving people. I was terrified. And I told the hostess, I don't want to be served by the cops at all. I want a waitress or a waiter. I do not want them anywhere near my kids with that gun. I mean, you never know what can happen, right? Chichikana says, I like the homeless trolls, harmless trolls who say they're Tom Cruise's appendages or Tim Tallman threatening to steal people's socks. Yeah, there you go. If there's mods, there's rules. Cope. Yes. Police are only there to report crimes after they happen. Exactly. Corroded. What else? I think we're caught up in that chat. The days of trusting, Maui fits right in. Rather be in Maui. I'd rather be in Maui today. It's
Maui's beautiful. I've been there.
Foot of snow. Jesus. The days of trusting police are gone. Reality teaches us that trust is earned, not given. Just
100%.
That's 100%.
100% true. And to be honest, I don't know if there was ever really a time that you could trust them. I mean, if you think about it,
right.
The police, in my opinion, are just a military gang by the government. You wonder why they don't report the upper echelon, and why judges and why they're allowed to, and the Supreme Court ruled that they can lie. And attorneys who do things that are wrong, and DAs, and all your politicians. Why? Because the police have arresting powers over them. So they have a little deal. They're their own little military government to protect them. How freaking amazing is that we get to pay for their own protection? They're not there for us, but they are there for the government.
Yeah. Well, real quickly on Ellie mentioned that police, that our safety is not of their concern. Let me tell you guys the Supreme Court cases. It was I believe it was Vanguard versus Winnebago. I might have one of the parties wrong, but I know it's Winnebago. And then you have Castle Rock versus Gonzalez, and both of those are the precedent that the cops are not responsible for your safety. And that seems antithesis of what they should be doing. Neslover's in chat. Welcome, Neslover.
Yeah, you got to
Neslover,
count that everything that comes out of a police officer's mouth is a lie and is
yeah,
going to be absolutely will be used against you, and
absolutely.
an entrapment to get you to say something because they're going to pretend like they know the answer when they don't, and you're confused because you don't know what's going on, and they will twist every single word that you say. So
Don't
never,
talk to them.
never, even if you are guilty, have legal representation.
Yeah.
Don't talk to them. Exercise your right. Pretend that you have tape over your mouth and say nothing.
Yeah. Don't say anything. Use your Fifth Amendment. You have a Fifth Amendment for a reason. All right, let's continue the comments here. We got a few more comments. Pallone, you want to talk about OG Ellie? He was one of the first 50 subs on the channel, Pallone. So it's nice to see him still with us. He had some health issues, but he's doing a lot better. So there you go.
That's good. Can you highlight Matthew's last comment? Because
Yes.
he did put up, it was Paulette Cooper, who was the journalist that Scientology used her fingerprints to frame her for a bomb threat. That is 100% true. She did take an out-of-court settlement over that. As my understanding is, living her life in her own way for whatever reason. You know, listen, I don't judge people for that on, you know, whatever decision she made, but it absolutely destroyed her life, which is why I worry for DOA, because it can happen. So thank you for reminding me of the name, Matthew. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, Matthew. Great. And the best looking dude on YouTube, I might say. You know, just saying. I mean, next to me, of course. I mean, you know, just got to say. MD Media says, nice to see you out there showing support. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you for all that you do. MD, thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. Do that. And what else we got here? Sweet Sun Slice with the emojis. Thank you, Sweet Sun Slice. She's another protester out there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Sweet Sun Slice was in Scientology at one point. You know, so
Oh no, I don't think she. I think she was a never in, if I remember correctly.
I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to
But
ask
a
her.
great supporter. Selfless Self also just came into chat. Welcome. Also a great supporter of this movement. He has shared his story. So I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to encourage you to go to his channel
Yes.
and listen to his videos and let him tell you himself. He has, you know, been to Chicago. He has been to Denver. He has other areas he's willing to go to. So
And
I
he's a
think that
great
that's
musician. He's a great
yeah,
musician.
the poor dude lost 5 hours of his stream because he was so much equal to, if not better, in YouTube's mind on his ability to play his music. So shout out for him for that. Sorry that they took that, but like I told you when we spoke on the phone, Selfless, that it sucks to be that good, huh? I'm just saying, it's got to suck to be that good that, you know, YouTube wants your stuff, you know?
Yeah. Gina Christensen says hello from Oregon, or as they say, Oregon. You know, in certain parts of the country. Welcome, Gina. What do you think of? I came up with a new moniker for all the subscribers, the MLH Monster Squad. Ellie, what do you think of that?
I think that's awesome.
I think it's cool. What state are you in? I'm in Colorado, but more specifically Denver. Born and raised, I'm a native. That's why I care so much about the Denver metro community. You'll find others here that are very specific to one area and have criticized me. I know you know this, Ellie. I was criticized for going to certain parts of the Denver metro area, Lakewood. But I care about all the people here, not just some. So there you go. Bernie, thank you for making my life a little bit harder on the comment show by commenting. I love it. Thank you. Just kidding. Smeghead said I would get an MLH hat, and that's in reference. I was talking about the Monster Squad, Ellie, and I have a Monster Squad hat, but I'm thinking of maybe doing because I'm never gonna do. I've said this several times. I'm never gonna do memberships because I don't know the inherent value that I could bring to any type of membership. Even though if you want to support me, I do have a Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. But and I understand the thing about memberships. It helps grows your channel and gives you a little bit of change and all this. I understand, but I don't have any value for you guys. You know, Jay might have way more value than I do. Uh, as far as giving back to you guys, you know, with whatever, but I'm not the membership dude. So, but I am thinking of doing merch. And one of the things that somebody mentioned is you're always wearing hats. Why not do a hat? And so I think an MLH Monster Squad hat would be really cool. I just don't know how many people would buy it. Native here also, although I do live on the Western Slope now. The Western Slope is interesting, Gypsy Witch. It's really different over there. It's a lot more quiet over there, Gypsy. My Tony says, "Good morning. Good morning to you, my Tony, the lovely worst half of Natalie." Welcome on in. Nice to have you here.
And that channel, if those of you who don't know channel, it's Life After a Cult.
Yes.
She does a morning show, which is awesome. I do appreciate the way she does do her clips because, and I want to speak about this because I think that this is important. It's just my personal thing. I do have an issue with content creators that stream in its entirety another content creator's live stream, or to mirror it and where you get more views than the person actually experiencing it. The way Natalie does it is she will show a clip, usually up to a minute, sometimes not even that, highlighting it, and then her mods put the link to that stream in there. And I've said it in chat many of times. The best part of waking up is Natalie in a cup. And my Tony will let you know that. So she's has a great channel as well. If I do unfortunately miss something because there's only so many hours in the day, I get to catch up on that. I don't always get to comment in there sometimes just because of my physical things, but I'm always lurking and listening. So I appreciate it. So my Tony, thanks for being here, and I appreciate all the work that you do because I know that you do a lot of the clipping so that she can highlight. And sometimes there's just so many clips. It's nothing personal. She can't highlight your channel that day because there's so much. So we have to be fair in that. But it's a great stream. Natalie was in for 3 generations, so she has a lot to offer. This is Ellie, my Tony. You see me in chats in the chat, and I've emailed Natalie several times, so she knows me.
Yeah,
But
and Tony was talking about getting me on to the show to kind of talk about the melding of the communities and like bridging the gap and just talking different things. And I'd be more than happy to do that anytime. So, you know, well, my schedule's pretty much open unless I'm, you know, behind the scenes doing something, which I kind of am, but I'll make the time, my Tony.
yeah, and she does do interviewing with people. Like I gotta say, I mean, Pearl Snappy in Austin, another absolutely awesome channel. Shannon, which is Chicago Scientology Audit, Trashy V12 BMW, Windy City Thetan Watch. I mean, truly just amazing channels. They're smaller channels, but they're in there in the thick of it. They've done so much to help with the protesting. I mean, you know, Korn, I know that she doesn't want to have a channel, but she goes out there and supports Nanstro. I mean, there's so many that it's hard, even for me. So that's why, you know, I do get a little protective when people do, you know, say, oh, well, they didn't highlight me or anything else like that. We can't do everybody, you know, and I think that's why some channels do say no self-promoting in chat as one of the rules, because it's a little hard for mods to put everybody's in there. But at some point, I want you to be assured that you're always shouted out within somebody's channel. So it's just, you know, exactly, Chi. I mean, I think Natalie might put me on a block if I send her any more emails, you know, like, hey, in case you missed this, but she's one person. She can't watch them all. And I'm joking when I say that. She's not going to block. That's not who she is. But, you know, I think it's important to not showcase somebody's whole video and take that whole person's not only content, but their experience. So what would be the reason that the viewer would go to that person's channel to watch it if you just showed the whole thing? So, for channels that do that, I just ask that you be a little bit more respectful. Like I said, the way Natalie does it, I think that it's amazing because she, will give you that highlight and draw you in to want to watch it. So, it's remarkable. And I've seen people take the content, but it's not even just about that. It's not even about the money. It's their experience and seeing it raw instead of having somebody just play it out and, you say little words so you can use the fair use thing. That's kind of a cop out in my opinion. And listen, I'm not calling out the channels. You know who you are. Just don't do that. Don't as soon as something happens in action, you go and you jump on your live stream so you can mirror it. It's just not right. You know what I mean? Think about how that person feels when they see that, the traffic is directed after the fact. And then people are like, okay, well, that's over with. So let's move on to somebody else. I try to be fair to all of the content creators. So, which is why I tell people, please don't come in. And I mean this to everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not addressing it anybody specifically, but just as a general comment. It is truly unfair when you come into somebody's live stream to talk about somebody else who is currently live. It is so unfair to that content creator to steal the views.
Yeah.
And I have personally seen people go from having 900 people in chat to go down to less than 100 because they think, okay, something more is interesting happening. Trust me, if you watch Natalie's show, you will get to see everything that happened. As far as, okay, this is a video you should go back and watch. There was action here, and she will show that anywhere. I mean, I've seen it be 20 seconds. I've seen it be 40 seconds. It's truly a fair way to do it. But when you come into chat and you do that, the content creators losing all the views, the smaller channels need those watch hours too.
Yeah.
They're the ones with boots on the ground. Try to be compassionate about the hard work that they're going to. So I have a serious issue on behalf of everybody that I mod for. Okay. And there's 13 channels just in this community that I mod for. When I watch their views go down because you want to shout out something that happened in a channel that, has hundreds of thousands of views and something's funny. And then all of a sudden that content creator is in a scary situation and something's happening and there's no eyes on it.
Yeah.
It's not fair to do. I'm not saying don't go to any channel you want. You're free to. You get notifications. That's the reason why YouTube gave that.
Yeah.
So you can be notified. So if you choose to click out, I don't need anybody in chat to take the viewers away. And I try to keep being tolerant, but I will be honest, I'm going to get a lot less tolerant of that.
Yeah.
And start timing out for that because I don't want that to happen. It's not fair.
No, it's not. Bridge says there are some channels that have a comprehensive list.
You're welcome, my Tony.
Of channels that you can search on your own, and one of those is Fluffer UK. Did I get the name wrong? It's Fluffer.
Yeah, I know Perth from Australia also has something on her community page. You have to go back a little bit. There are several channels that do this, and like I said, Natalie's mods truly always put the link in there so you can go to the whole video, watch it there. Don't watch it on a different platform. Just click the link, follow where people are.
Thank you.
And before I forget, this is important. Chat is not an airport. You don't need to announce your arrival or departure location. Oh, Corroded Pixel, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. That's another thing. Mods do it because they just have to let the channel owner know they have to go for something. But for everybody else, it's not, especially when you're putting in where you're going. Not really cool. I've seen some mods do that. Not really cool. I will never do that. You won't see me saying that I'm going over to this person's chat. I just kind of go over there. But
Yeah.
I just want this to be fair, because there is importance to what Natalie and other channels
Later,
do,
Tony.
helping
Nice to have
to
you.
bring more light. Seriously, I got to jump. I got to go. I'll be back. Much love and respect. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. I try, but all the mods work hard. They truly do. It's a thankless job. It's easy to pick on a mod. It's easy to say, they're tyrants or whatever. But at the end of the day, they're just following what the channel owner wants. And the channel owner just wants safety in numbers. And there's enough of us supporters. Some people can watch on multiple screens. Some people can't. But stay within the YouTube platform. And if you are a content creator and you're not aware of this, be careful how many lives you do each day, because only 3 notifications go out within 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, listen, if, those who want to be the keyboard warrior saying we don't like the way your screen is or anything else, well, suck it up, Buttercup, because, taking that other live could cost something else, and they need to protect themselves by recording that stuff. And that's unfortunate that they need to do that. But, like I said, I love my content creators. I love my Denver crew. I love the people in LA, Chicago has my heart. Pearl Snappy. Oh, I just want to give her a big hug. I love hearing her sing. I'm checking out the other countries as well. It just freaking amazing, phenomenal work. But, it's not just about the larger channels. That's all I ask.
Right. The Wolf in Berlin is an awesome channel. What's his channel? It's like
the Wolf in Berlin was Harmet LA, who is amazing. He's in Berlin. He has signs in different languages, but speaks English very well. Awesome channel. He gives us another total perspective on what the laws are there. Because they're different here, just like Wendy did in Tokyo. They're not allowed to show faces because, unlike the US, they protect everybody's privacy there. So they have the right to not be recorded. Things that you don't know from around the world. Some countries, Scientology is not tax exempt. Of course, the US is a little slow. You can't help, the mentally challenged in our government. It is what it is, but it's great to see that they lose their tax exempt statuses in other places. So, like I said, everybody, Ellie only watches my channel because she likes my ass. Joe Cool. I love it. Joe Cool, if anybody doesn't know, is from Chicago. He actually moved. He now lives in Colorado. But he was and still is a 1A advocate, auditor / advocate, and speaks up a lot of stuff. He's one of the people that I reach out to when I have questions about legal stuff in Chicago to help. So like I said, pairing up these people with no, don't say that, because I know his girlfriend, unindoctrinated. Be careful what you say. So I will not deny or admit whether his comment is true about his derriere. But I will say that I like Joe Cole.
Comment on it. He's a skinny motherfucker and he's old as fuck, Joe.
Well, listen, I'm a coffin dodger myself. Thank you for that, Pearl Snappy. I wear that with a badge of honor. So I don't go into that, but Joe Cool is awesome. So, like I said, if you want to check out his channel, he can teach you a lot about the laws as well from the areas he's in. But understand, don't take what one person says as gospel for your area. Because when I do my research, you have to understand that not only are the laws different in each state, but they're different within the counties and the cities.
Yes.
So you have to look that up. What is illegal in one area might be perfectly legal in another area.
Absolutely.
Some areas you can't do sidewalk chalk. Some areas you can. So you have to do your due diligence. There's a lot of research that goes into what we do.
100%.
But it is, like I said, what it is. And that I love Phoenix Joe. So, I just got to be careful, man, because I don't want to upset the girl. You know me.
Well, Joe. I mean, he's talking about his ass, but he doesn't have an ass. I mean, I don't know what Joe's talking about there. Normally African American people, have a little junk in the trunk, but Joe, no way.
Listen, I'm just glad that he moved out of the vehicle, because now when he goes live, we can see him instead of through the fog where he's got to chisel all the smoke and everything off the windows. You know what I mean? Well, good. I'm
Right.
glad she heard that. She knows that I love her, and I'm very respectful. Very respectful. But we do love your man, honey.
Smoke. I love that, Ellie. Chisel the smoke.
I mean, listen, Joe will tell you it's deep. I had to tell him, listen, every 2 miles, you got to stop and spray the windows, Joe, because people can't see. They can't see. You know it's true.
She hears you guys verbally abusing.
Oh,
me.
stop.
Joe,
Stop. That's not even true.
Joe, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell the cops. You guys have heard worse. You've heard worse, Joe. How dare you?
Does Joe need kisses?
No, he can get those from Phoenix.
Yeah, he can get them from her.
I was talking about from you.
Oh, from me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay,
What's
what
wrong with you?
about hugs?
Okay. I might commit to a hug. Maybe a hug, Joe. All right, let's continue with the comments here. Blue
You
Unicorn,
know you want Joe. Don't even lie. Listen, I'll call that
Stop
out
it.
for him. Come on now.
Stop it. Denizens in chat. He's like wondering what the fuck did I just walk into?
Can I give you kisses?
After the stream, Bernie. Jesus.
Doing good, Erica. Doing good.
Doing great, Erica. Although it's Snowpocalypse here in Denver, apparently. I think there's about a foot of snow, Bernie, on the ground. I think that's about a foot of snow.
Wolf in Berlin's channel. You can look it up through Hermet LA as well.
I can't remember Bull Banks.
I know it's the Wolf in Squirrel something. I can't remember, but if you look up HARDLETTLA, it'll come right up for you.
Or Fluffer Squirrel UK's channel.
And Fluffer Squirrel UK is another great one.
Yeah. So there you
Perth,
go.
Australia, another one. She sang a happy birthday. First of all, she got an amazing voice, truly. But when she did a different rendition of the happy birthday to, the cult leader, I got to tell you, it was freaking amazing.
Erica says,
there's the link. Matthew just put the link in.
Yeah, there you go, Erica. Welcome, Erica. Nice to have you in chat. The Wolf in Berlin's channel, I believe, is Wolf and Squirrel's Clothing.
Right. But the link was just put in. It's under the hard Met LA that Matthew just put in.
Got you. Check it out.
And Bull Banks, I always see you in chat, and thank you so much for being such a great supporter and jumping to different channels and supporting people. Listen, everybody has a voice. And when you're there and you contribute in chat and you let that content creator know that you support them, it's truly, because sometimes they feel defeated and they want to give up. They need your encouragement to keep going because they're doing what we can. I mean, that we can't. So listen, heroes come without capes. And that means the content creators that are out there, as well as the people in chat. Everybody has an important role that they're playing, but nobody has to stay in their own lane, by the way. Right. Listen, you can cross lanes. You can do both. I'm all about that, so if you can get out there, great. If you can't, that's understandable too.
You said heroes don't wear capes. How about vest, Ellie? Do they wear vest?
Well, if it involves a shield and lethal weapons of multiple kinds, not a hero. Not a hero because, you ate 5 dozen of donuts and I'm not trying to body shame, but listen, don't decide to use a pew-pew on somebody because it's easier to do that than to chase them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think some positions you need to be physically in shape. And if you're not, then you're off.
I think Chi Kana got it right. She says leather vest.
No, Chi, that thing is painted on MLH. At some point, it's got to go.
Stop it. What's wrong with you? I'm going to kick you out of studio, Bernie. What's wrong with you? Not hot.
Kip LA in chat. Awesome to see you.
Kip LA is a great graphic artist. Kip is the guy who created my logo and the banner that you see on there. Kip is awesome. He's great. Kip, put your link in there, dude. You deserve it. Blue Unicorn says 244. I want to hit down the thumbs up. Yeah, there you go. I agree with that, Blue Unicorn. Another emojis from Pallone. Thank you, OG Pallone. Polyglocks, another great mod, says Xenu is watching. Xenu is watching. Is he or she or whatever it is? Strictly Strange says, MLH brother, good to see you grow. Good to see you grow, man. Long time no see. Strictly Strange, we're gonna have to hook up again, dude. I know there's been a lot of changes in your life. I need to catch up with you, dude. Every time I'm in Lakewood, I think about you, bro. So let's hook up, man. You got my number. All right. Continuing on, Lori, another great chatter. Lori says, I work nights. I miss all the fabulous day lives. Sending love, MLH. You are appreciated. And I appreciate you, Lori. Thank you very much. That's
Is
Lori.
that Lori?
Yeah, Lori.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
Another amazing chatter supporter.
Mick T says, fix bayonets. I sometimes feel like that, Mick T, for sure. You know, have bayonets. Holly Lewis says, hey, MLH and J, keep up the great work. Bunch of squirrel emojis. Thank you very much. I love your AVI. It's pretty awesome. It's like a skeleton sort of playing guitar. I don't know what that is, but it's pretty cool. Robert Witcher says, if you don't support, and I don't understand this comment. I'm not a mechanic, Robert Witcher, so my apologies in advance. If you don't support top dead center in every engine build, then you're wasting a block, valves, pistons, basically every part you just put in the rebuild. I'll trust your judgment, Robert Witcher. He says support TDC. I mean, that's something I can get with. Definitely support TCD. All right, Al Socal, another great dude with a nice channel. Gave me some thumbs up. Loves Cat. I think that's how you pronounce that, or loves cat probably is the way to say that. MLH Aaron has a members only Q&A where they ask him what they want and then he posts it to everyone else. That is a very good idea for you. I don't exactly know what you mean by that.
Actually, I do.
All right.
It just hit me when sometimes you need to read things a couple of times. They're asking you to get a members only, and that's not something that MLH wants to do. Not slighting anybody who does, but MLH shares all of his content with everybody. Some people who are on here, and you see them throughout the day, there's a reason that they're not working. Perhaps they're on disability and they have a limited income and can't afford that. And MLH's personal belief is that he wants his videos and his live streams to be out there for all to enjoy.
Yeah.
But no reason why you can't leave comments or join a comment show, but not to be a members only.
Right. And Maui earlier, I don't know if Maui's still in there. He's like, I'm on a fixed income. I support with likes and views, and that's perfectly okay. I never ask for money. Ellie, I'm one of the few that never really ask. But it is available to you, so that's how you can support. I just don't do the member thing because I don't know what value I could do for you guys. I give you guys everything that I have, every video, all of it. So
Matthew, can you drop Nasty Nathaniel's link, because he's going to be putting out, he put in there that he's going to have the Ventura audits video drop today at noon, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to check out that view, Nasty Nathaniel doesn't usually do lives. He'll do his static, so some people might not realize that. So if you want to check out his video, that's awesome as well.
Denizen says huge difference between love scat and loves cat. I know. That's why I had to make the distinction, Denizen. Let's see. I emailed you and Bernie, please read it to be respectful. Okay, no problem, G. I mean, look, Bernie has no problems me getting emails from anybody or phone calls or text messages or anything of that nature, just to let you know. And I'm the same. We have a very good, open kind of thing. You know, we respect each other.
Us?
We respect each other.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And I like your butt.
That was so random.
It was. But would you expect anything else from me?
Right. Kip, thank you so much for this. This means a lot to me. He says MLH is the reason why I took off my memberships, because it's true. It should never be about the money, ever, Kip. Honestly, but I am thinking about doing merch, Kip. So we're gonna have to get together. I've got a really good idea for a hat. Since I wear hats, thought it'd be kind of appropriate. I'm not expecting to sell a bunch or anything of that nature, but Chichikana with the 5 spot. Thank you, Chi. I appreciate that. Says it's never about money, so here's $5. I love it. You'll see it's about my. Okay, cool, Chi. Right on. Let's see what else we got. Let's continue on. I know you do, Kip. It's all good. We'll talk, dude. I think. Did I give you my number, Kip? I think I gave you my number, but email me if I haven't, Kip. I'm pretty sure I got your number, but if I don't, email and. Obviously. All right. So let's see if we got any nasty, spicy, held for review comments, Ellie. There's some hidden comments. So obviously somebody said some naughty words. So let's see. What is this one? There's only one. Fascist swine earning the hate, FTP. Thank you. I'll approve that. There was nothing in there that couldn't have been approved, so there you go. Now let's go to mention, see if anybody mentioned me. King Bluto, big supporter. I love King Bluto. There was one time where King Bluto thought he was blocked, and I'm like, no way, not a chance. Sharing me out, thank you, appreciate that. Again, King Bluto, and that's let's see.
And just so people know, as a mod, sometimes we don't even get to see those comments. YouTube just decides, for whatever reason, that they're going to hide them. So it's not the mods taking out your comment. YouTube likes to control certain things that are in there. It has nothing to do with us.
Yeah. A lot of times that's what happens. And that is the whole shebang, the whole shebanger, guys. All the comments. Let me hide that comment. Thank you, Chi. I appreciate that. Look, even though I don't ask for money, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate it, and it does help. I spend a lot of time driving. I mean, Ellie will tell you I drive probably as much as anybody except for the people that go cross country. But I can't believe I put on as many miles as I have on my car, but that's just the nature of what I do. I'm always out and about. Maybe not today though. I don't think I want to mess around in this weather.
And listen, and I do want to say something so it's clear. I don't want anybody to think that we're dissing anybody who has memberships or does private videos or put some things up. Different content creators do different things for whatever reason. I will speak personally for Jay's, which is Denver Scientology Audit. When he does his member only stream, it's not going to be Scientology. It's going to be something personal like fishing or hiking or something like that. So we have a little more, in contact with him and him just talking without worrying about Scientology or the distractions. So everybody runs their channel differently. People who travel, do need a little extra support because there is the gas, the wear and tear on the vehicle, the equipment, and, for those, and this is not a disrespect, but try to be a little bit considerate with the content creator because everybody has suggestions, which are great. But to keep repeating them in chat is a little hard for the content creator. When you say, oh, you should get this because, the wind sucks, or you should get, the gimbal because your camera sucks and it's shaky. By all means, feel free to purchase for them. You can do that generally either through their Amazon wish list, help support financially through membership, or their Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, before you decide to be critical. And that's not saying that, listen, if you can't afford it, please put yourself first. But listen, these content creators work really hard to go out and do what they do and to share the journey with you. So financial support is appreciated. They're not up there just asking for things because they want to go shop for souvenirs later, or sneakers or wardrobes and things like that. They truly need it just for the bare minimum of survival. Some of them, I'm going to shout this out for Selfless Self, is so far in the hole financially with it And because he's a smaller stream, he doesn't get that. And then people take his content and run with it, which is unfortunate, which is why I said that. But, listen, when I say every dollar counts, it truly does. So I don't want anybody thinking that when MLH made that comment or that we're inferring that memberships are bad. They
No.
are not bad at all. They are a good way to help. Do understand that YouTube still takes 30% of that.
Yeah.
But that's not your issue. The channel owner still supports, appreciates the support no matter what. It's just a kindness way. I have my different views on mods doing financial stuff, but that's not something that I do. But I think the content creators really do deserve that. And I don't know if you're aware of this. If you don't have YouTube Premium, you guys will see commercials. And
Yeah.
it's so easy to skip it. And if it's during the live, I understand that because then I will skip it as well. But if you're watching on a replay, I want you to know that that helps out the content creator the longer you watch the commercial as well. It helps them out. So is it really going to kill you to watch that minute or minute and 30-second video that you can just put the phone down for a second, go get a cup of coffee, get a drink, use the facilities, whatever, and let them earn that, because not everybody can financially support it, but there are ways that you can support without having to financially do that. And I don't know if people are aware of that. So I just wanted to let that out there, listen, all the content creators that I spoke to don't want you to think that this is about money. They appreciate it, but it's not their main focus or their main goal. And you're welcome, rather. I think a lot of people didn't know that. Watching those commercials really help. If people can gift memberships, that's great, but not everybody can. I know that I'm on a limited income, so I'm speaking for myself, but I do know others that I talk to, in real life, that financially have, a harder time and want to know what they can do more to help. Watching a video in its entirety, going through a playlist when you go to sleep to help the content creator get up to the hours that they need so they could be monetized, letting the ads play through, are all ways that you can do it without costing you anything. And it is truly, truly appreciated by the content creator.
Yeah, Mick T with the 10 pounds, which translates exactly to $12.62 last time I checked.
That's awesome. Mick T is so amazing.
He is a great dude. What are you going to say, Bernie?
I love McT, and he wants to slather himself in pudding, which would be awesome. But
I don't think it would be awesome, but you might think it would be awesome.
I love pudding. No, I was going to say you need your hair care products so the Mexican long hair looks beautiful on camera.
Does it not already?
It always does.
Okay. I was going to say.
Your green apple Head and Shoulders.
I know. That's what I use. A quick story. I met a subscriber at Sam's Club one day, and he was excited to see me out in the wild. And he gifted me a big bottle of Green Apple Head and Shoulders, which they do not sell anymore, which sucks. But anyways, let's see. There was something I wanted to address here in chat. Thanks for the 10 spot, Mick T. I really, really appreciate it. There was someone else. Oh, it was Lorraine. Welcome, Lorraine. Nice to have you in chat. She says, gift memberships helps create new members. I fully understand that, Lorraine, but I have a different view. Ellie said it correctly. I don't want anybody to feel like they're left out. So my content is always going to be free. Carrie, FYI.
And actually, wait a minute, though. I'm a little confused with that comment. I don't think, the way I'm reading it, and maybe it's in the typing, which is why I just ask about it. Gifting a membership doesn't create new members, because when somebody gifts memberships to others, it's from somebody who's already a subscriber in chat. Yeah. That's how the gift comes up. It's a random draw. So I don't want people to get offended if people are gifting and they don't get one. There's no way for somebody who's gifting to select the person they gift it to. It's just YouTube randomly doing it. But it doesn't create a new a subscriber or a member, because when it's gifted, the person has to be in chat in order to get that gift. So they're already there. But I do encourage people to repeatedly keep checking to make sure that YouTube's not playing games like they like to do when they don't like your message. They'll just go periodically and unsub people.
Yeah, check.
So please make sure that you put a goal for yourself to double check and make sure that the notification bell is true. I'm sorry, that is on, because sometimes you can miss it. I've found that sometimes I'm unsubbed from somebody and I'm like, no, I know I didn't unsub from that person. So just make sure that you double check, because somehow YouTube, I don't even know why they do it, to be honest. They should have no right to do that, but they do for some reason.
Welcome, Magnuson. Appreciate you. Laughs me. I hope I said that right. Said Natalie is covering me right now in on her channel.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Natalie.
I appreciate that, Natalie. You rock. Your channel rocks. And Tony's awesome too. Magnus from Sweden. It's amazing to me that I got people from Sweden and England and France and everywhere else watching the channel. It's really, really cool. I appreciate it. And Jen, wow, I'm gonna time you out, even though I can't. She says, "Cut the hair." No, thank you. Never gonna happen, Jen.
And we know why you're not going to time her out.
Well, I know exactly why I'm not going to time her out.
So we love Jen Wow. Yes, who works also just as hard as me behind the scenes to help content creators. Like I said, mods work really hard, and it's a learning experience for all of us to learn personalities and, content creators, because everybody runs their channel differently, which I respect. No, that's you, Jen. You have that power, not me. But it's a thankless job. And I try to help other mods just in the experience that I have for modding for as many channels as they do, and trying to find out what the rules are, because they're not our rules. I get my rules and my lead from the content creator.
Yeah.
Erica's also a great mod. Like I said, all these people that you're seeing in chat are truly everybody that I have known in this community, in this movement, to really go out of their way to step up and want to help this cause, and seeing an injustice happen. And, kudos to all of them, and somebody came up with this idea, and please forgive me, that, and this isn't for me, but for all the others that seem to not be appreciated as much. Somebody came up with a wonderful idea, like a March Madness, that March should be, the March Mod Appreciation Month, because truly it's tireless work, and trying to be everywhere and make sure that everybody's covered, and which is what we do when I'm texting people, hey, where can you be, so I know where to be, so nobody's left unattended or uncared for, and everybody has eyes on them. So the work that goes into it behind the scenes, like Erica will let I'm texting back and forth, hey, what channel do you want to mod for? Because she mods in multiple channels. So I know that, okay, if you need me, let me know, if anything's happening, I'll be over here. All things that are behind the scenes that you guys don't see, but to truly make sure that every one of these content creators are respected, that they're treated fairly, that they're appreciated, and we appreciate them doing what we can't do by having the boots on the ground, and all of you are so important. And I don't think Chicana gets enough recognition for all the stuff she does.
Yeah.
So if you're not subs to her channel, truly a remarkable woman, truly. And she should get that as well.
And I also heard that there's a rumor going around that Chicana has really nice chichis. I don't know. Is that true?
Hey, now that's personal. That's not.
It was a rumor I have to address, Ellie. Hold on. There was something else here. Shit. Oh, King Bluto said if I cut my hair, I'd have to rename myself to Mexican short hair. Yes. And then Kip LA. I don't know if you heard this story, Ellie. I'm aware of it, Kip. What's up with that CBI scientist in Colorado that manipulated criminal DNA samples since 1994? That'll be a crazy coverage. I will cover that at some point, Kip. That is a crazy story, and there's going to be big time fallout from that. Trust me on that.
Carrie,
Sally,
if you ever need help, you let me know. I'll answer any questions for you that
yeah,
I know. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find out for you.
yeah. Grim Adam is in chat. What's up, Grim? I've seen you around.
Yeah,
Sal-
Grim is also a big supporter.
yeah. Sally Boyer, thanks for being in here. I don't know if I mentioned you earlier. Thank you. Let's see. Anything else? I think I mentioned you, Carrie. FYI. Let's see, and that's about it. Okay. Yeah, I'll be covering that, Kip. But okay. I think that's it, Ellie. Unless you have anything.
No, final thought is that, you know what? I want to thank all the chatters for supporting everybody, for being respectful when you're in that chat, making it easier for the mods, becoming part of it, caring enough to keep eyes on it, doing your own behind the scenes work with making phone calls and emails when you see injustices, because again, you're witnessing the crime live. So, you know, you are more than welcome to call whatever that municipality is, to speak your voice. But, you know, we need to be individuals, but be supportive and tolerant of them. And everything's learning. I learn every day. The minute I stop learning is the minute that I am not straight up and vertical, as they say. And I prefer to be my coffin dodger as long as I can, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm here to help. If you guys need help, I'm happy to do so, you know. And listen, I try to shout people out as much as I can. I maybe I don't do it as much as people would like, but I'm trying my best. Is all I want people to know. Mods really are trying hard to keep you entertained, to keep you part of it. You know, I do have a lot of experience in modding, so you know I do kind of gravitate to the mods to try to help them to understand what the channel owner is looking for. It's not to critique, but you know, listen, we get enough of that. I make mistakes constantly, you know, and I talk to the channel owners and they let me know, hey, we're going to let this fly, or we're not going to let this fly. Don't do this. So I try to be in touch and then share it with all the mods that are in that channel so they know, you know. So I try to be everybody's personal secretary to kind of help them. But none of this, and I if nothing else, I want this to be my clearest thing. None of this could be possible in this movement without the people in chat. Because if nobody is watching, then nothing changes. So it's truly, truly so important and appreciated, every single one of you. And listen, you might, if you don't agree and you want to hit the thumbs down, that's okay too, because listen, that all helps the algorithm, you know. FYI, you know, we prefer the likes up, but if you want to hit the thumbs down, that's okay too, because it really doesn't affect the channel in a negative way. So, but participating, commenting on a video, if it takes 2 seconds to go to that video and put in the comment section, if you're not in a live chat, to say thanks what you do, and give those content creators that have the boots on the ground the love and the support to continue to go forward. Because at the end of the day, I want there to be a huge moment of gratification and appreciation when we bring Scientology down finally, because it is going to happen, people.
Yeah,
we are going to do this.
That's right. Let me just say a couple of things here. Number one, Ellie ruined the rest of my day because I was going to go buy souvenirs, but she ruined that plan for me. So thank you, Ellie, for that. With all the money that I make from YouTube, of course. I'm just kidding. Speaking of mod day, I've been thinking about how I have had mod days on this channel before, to raise money for various causes, and I'm thinking of doing that really, really soon. It's a ton of fun.
It is. Can I speak on that as a mod?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
So MLH has periodically had mod day, but I would like to explain mod day and what MLH's warped sense of humor of mod appreciation day is.
Yes.
Because when he does mod day, it is the chatters that are safe and the mods that get to pay to time us out for whatever the cause is he's raising the money for. So people get to time me out and, listen, shout out, hey, time me out, because whew, then I don't have to type in chat, more power to you. But it is a little warped there. So it's fun for all the trolls or supporters to come, and feel free to zap my voice because you get to do that. So more power to you.
A very rare opportunity to time out mods, if you can believe it. So I'm thinking of doing that soon. I just got to find the right cause. Maybe I'll do a homeless outreach stream, or I've got another thing in mind. I'll talk
No,
to
Chi, don't. Hold on. Chi says, oh my God, I would feel so badly, even as a joke. No. Please don't, because mods are like, and some people will say, hey, here's $50, time Ellie out for a whole half an hour or something.
Yeah.
And I just sit there, and there are times where I want to comment, but it's all in fun.
Yeah.
There's no fees involved.
No.
Nobody's personal. It's not personal. I mean, mods can time you out unless you pay for that safety. So it's all in fun. I truly appreciate it. And the money is not used for MLH. It's always used for somebody else who might need it. And he donates the money to them. He lets you know exactly how much is collected, and then it goes to that person. So yeah, there's no fees involved. Yeah, I just like the way he calls it mod appreciation, and it's the total opposite of that. It's where chatters can then say, Ellie, remember that comment you removed? There you go. Zip it for 10 minutes.
Take that.
And it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
I don't take it personally, just like if I have to time somebody out, it's not personal. So by all means, it's cool. I just wish that MLH would call it what it really is, which is Chatter's Retribution Day. Because that's truly what it is. Yeah. Mods don't get that voice. It's Whack-A-Mod Day.
Yeah. And Jen says it too. You can buy safe time too. If you don't want to be timed out, you can buy safe time. So
but it's all in fun. So hi Graham, great to see you. It is all in fun. Now I know that MLH has added more mods to it. Like Unindoctrinated is a mod, and some other people. Listen, as much as that, people love you, you are not safe. You may not hand in your wrench for that day.
No.
If you have it, sucks to be us, but it is all fun. And, nobody means it in mean spirited. It's just to have a good time for a good cause. And, you get to revenge on me for putting in time out. Streamlabs is coming for me. I know it. And that's okay. Streamlabs, bring it on. I'm not afraid of you. But it's fun.
Matthew says good always wins. Maybe good always wins will show up that day.
Yeah. And by the way, me and Jen are, BFFs, in IRL. And she has, believe it or not, paid to time me out. And she thought she was so freaking funny. My own friends turned on me. But it just goes to show you that there's no hard feelings at all. When he does do this, I strongly encourage all of you to be part of it, because maybe it's, and he's done this where the money is for another streamer who needs it to help them out with something, or whether it be the homeless, or, somebody's going through a difficult time, and it's always with that person's permission. But it's truly just to have fun, which shows that he's not in this for the money, which is why I really appreciate. Actually, I'm starting to see some people in here that maybe you should, for that day, add them as a wrench, just because it would be fun to pay to time them out too, because it's all fun. It's not serious, but the cause is always serious.
Selfless got it right. He says, sounds like a dunk tank, like at a county fair for mods. That's a fair way.
It is. And Jen brought up a good point too. When you send your Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo to time us out, MLH does not say who it was. No. So unless you want the person to know that it was you, I don't know why you wouldn't, because there's no retribution from the mod side. We don't do Fifi modding, but he will not put out who timed that person out. That's up to that person to say, who they timed out. Jen was extremely happy to take credit for timing me out. Yeah. Which was, like I said, I mean, the funniest thing I ever heard, So I was like, oh, you go, girl. So there is a confidentiality if you want that, but when he does do that, it's a cool way to help out.
Magnus, thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate you watching all the way from Sweden. So thank you. If anyone got a bigger wrench than mine, I will sponsor a donkey named Denzi. What the fuck, McD? King Bluto, you've been there before, man. You know what I do with the money. It's all good in the hood. All right. I think that's gonna do it. You know what? I'm gonna call it now, Ellie. I don't think there's gonna be much of a comment show on Saturday. So maybe, just maybe, that's when I'll do Mod Day. That would be fun. I'll think about it and I'll let you guys know tomorrow if that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Funnel cake sounds good, Erica. What?
Then I could be there.
You can be there.
If
Yes.
you do it on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll think about it. Ellie, you need to stay on after.
Okay.
But I want to do something real quick here. I want to talk about mental health. If you guys are struggling with your own mental health, please reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen, and that sometimes is all that matters. But if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember, somebody out there thinks you are their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. There's also a hotline. That hotline in North America is 988. So if you're in Canada and the United States, you can dial 988 to get connected with a professional that can help you immediately. If you're too sheepish to talk to somebody, you can text that number and somebody will get back to you in text form. And let's see what else. McDonald, nice to have you in here. Let's see. Oh, there's also other. If you're in other parts of the world, you type in mental health help in your browser of choice, and a myriad of options will come up. Please don't do anything without talking to someone first. I think that's all I got. Ellie, you have anything else?
Nope. Stay safe. Stay out there supporting and love all of you. You're all appreciated.
Yep. Keep an eye on the channel. Keep an eye on the community page, and I'll let you guys know if I'm going to do that mod day or not. But anyways, take care, everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. If you're in the Denver metro area, stay hunkered in. The snow is coming down. We have about a foot on the ground right now, and it's still snowing like the Dickens, as they say. I don't know what the Dickens are. I'm sure that's an English thing. Maybe Mick T can provide context for that. But thank you all for listening. Appreciate you all. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next video.